got major supply chain challenges coming up. There's insane levels of uncertainty at the moment. You actually cannot think too far ahead. You're asking questions you have no answers for. The trick for me is just keep calm, one day at a time, make decisions, the best decisions you can with the information on hand at the time.
So I'm Stephen Reed from Spaciousness Works, and I'm here today with Bruce du Randt. Hey Bruce, thanks for being here.
Pleasure, Stephen.
Great. Well, first of all, are you a leader?
Yes, I am.
And being a leader, how big is the team that you lead?
So my direct reports are only 3-4 people. Indirectly, there's another 8 people below that. Total team's just over 40.
Over 40.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So 3, about 8, and then total 40.
Yeah.
Great. Are you navigating any change at the moment?
Yes, at the moment we are, specifically around raw material supply on the back of Israel, USA, and the Iran war. We've got major supply chain challenges coming up.
Okay, I'm sure there's a lot of organizations that are also feeling a lot of change at the moment.
There's insane levels of uncertainty at the moment. Just none of us know how long, where, what. Yeah.
Okay. And with that in mind, are there any strengths that you bring to managing change in the organization that your team may not see?
So I think, first of all, as South Africans, we're quite resilient. We've been exposed to a lot. Luckily, in my own personal career, I've been through the COVID pandemic, which resulted in similar type hiccups. So yes, we've managed it before, and the trick for me is just keep calm, one day at a time. You actually cannot think too far ahead because you're asking questions you have no answers for.
Keep calm. I get that.
Yes.
And it's really interesting just remembering back to COVID, what that was like. So that gives me more of an indication what it must be like for you in the organization.
Yeah, so obviously, I mean, COVID brought a different dynamic because you couldn't work with people, you had to spatially separate, etc. But it interrupted the supply chain. Now we've got supply chain interruptions, complete unknown if they can supply, when they can supply, how long this war is going to continue for.
Yeah.
So we're expecting the shipping hiccups, but the rest of it is a lot more intense as opposed to COVID.
Okay. And if you were able to, make a wish, wave my magic poo-poo wand, and there's poo-poo dust floating everywhere, what would you wish for your team, for them to be able to navigate change better?
Not to overthink it. Make decisions, the best decisions you can with the information on hand at the time. We can have contingency discussions, we can spitball a whole bunch of different ideas, but ultimately you can only make a decision on the information at hand.
Okay, so a bit of critical thinking, use the data that's available and do the best you can with what you've got.
Correct.
Okay. And Bruce, have you got one tool or tip that you can share that you use to manage change?
Yeah, critical thinking and do your best to stay calm.
Okay. Now you mentioned being calm earlier.
Correct, yes.
I think that makes all the difference. Just if we're in turmoil in our heads.
That old saying of the duck on a pond. So your team thinks you're calm and collected, and meanwhile you're pedaling like mad below the surface. But
sure.
Make them feel that it's calm and under control.
Sure, I get that. And lastly, is there one compliment that you've recently given your team, or perhaps one compliment that you'd like to give your team?
Actually, not specifically. I try lots of, when the team do something, just to acknowledge, well done, thank you, I appreciate your input. Complimenting on a really deep level doesn't come naturally to me, but I try hard with the thank yous. I see you, I appreciate your input.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. I appreciate your input and sharing your wisdom and your current lived experience with all of us.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Appreciate talking to you.